Everyone, Tina here, and I'm here with an update on the path that we took to help our daughter no longer ask repetitive questions. Last video, I shared with you that we took an approach that got ahead of the questions. We used index cards. We know what questions she was going to ask, so we gave her a question before she asked, written down with an answer for her that had conditions and instructions. So that has been very successful. We have done it for a few weeks now. And then we saw a shift that she would come to us before we actually would have that question written down on an index card. And then we had her write it down. So that was our change. Instead of us writing it down, we had her write it down for herself. We said, "Do you have a question?" And she would say, "I have a question." I go, "Okay, write it down." And then I would read it out loud, and then I would write my answer down for her. And it was, I remember, a tangible response. It had conditions and had instructions. That included a time or an activity that she could relate to, that she completely understood. And we found out that doing this, it helped slow down her thought process. Writing the question down for herself slowed down her thought process. It enabled her to visualize and process the words that she was actually writing down, what they meant to her, what the question she was asking. And it also helped bridge her understanding to our answer, which included some conditions and some instructions in order to actually accomplish, having that answer be successful for her. So this went on for a couple of weeks and it was working. It was really working. She was slowing down when she would ask a question. And we noticed that when she did want to ask the same question, she actually went on her own and got the card, brought it back to myself or her dad, and she read the card out loud. But then she emphasized by rereading the conditions and instructions on the card. And she gave us eye contact, which was amazing. So we understood that she knew what her question was, she understood our answer, and she was willing to wait. So we had great success with this. When we realized that routines played a heavy part in our daughter's daily life was on Thanksgiving. We didn't have a routine. We didn't have any questions to get ahead of. We didn't think about it. We just got on the road and we went to Nana's house for Thanksgiving. That proved to have some repetitive questions come out because it was more that she was asking, "What are we doing today?" I know we're at Nana's house, but what are we doing today? Because that's how the questions came, like, "Okay, what's next?" And so we recognized that. And so we gave her some options. We asked what she wanted to do, and we wrote it down for her this time. We wrote it down. In other words, we wanted to acknowledge that she had a schedule. And then we gave it to her, and then the rest of the day was fine. She didn't ask the question again. She kind of like went to her schedule, like, check, that's done. Check, and that's done. So she needed a routine for herself because that's how she functions. It's how her mind functions. What's first, what's next, and then what are we doing last? So, but it was great to see that she herself wanted a schedule and she herself was able to ask a question, receive the answer, and accept the answer. We understood through some study that writing is another form of, speaking. So she doesn't have to always verbalize it. She can write it down if she can't verbalize it. But then when she reads it, she's actually verbalizing it then. So we had a great success. I don't know if you looked at the first video, but I pray that take a look at the first video, try to implement some of these tactics that we're using with the index cards. I pray that it helps you help your child in some way. Maybe not the whole thing that we're doing is what works for your child, but maybe the index cards does. So we hope to hear from you. Give a comment or share the video and just let us know how this is working for you. We're going to continue to give you updates on how it's working for us. So have a great day and we'll talk soon.